It's like I've been smooth for so long, I'm trying to get rough. Buffing my nails, dog.
It's week 7 of the NFL, where division rivals will clash in the NFC West. It's the Huskies and the Seahawks, and it's coming up next.
With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Huskies of Anchorage taking on the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led by their 5'11 quarterback, and a mobile one at that. From Temple, it's P.J. Walker.
This is a guy who truly believed in himself coming out of Temple. He bounced on and off practice squads for 3 years without an opportunity. And his big break, it came in another league. The unofficial MVP of the revived XFL led his team to an undefeated record with 15 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions in a shortened season before the league folded. A little bit on the small side, but he showed in his journey outside the NFL, he has what it takes to lead a team.
Six yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Walker. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that is incomplete. Anthony Schwartz, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Now Walker. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 45-yard line.
And this is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on 2nd down. From the 41, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. From the shotgun, it's Walker. Hard throw, incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it. And that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
It does especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. Smith on first down. And it's incomplete. Doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. 2nd and 10. They run with a second-year man. It's Kenneth Walker. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Geno. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. Walker now on 1st and 10. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort: 13 carries, 53 yards.
It was a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, first down. And going right back to Walker. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6. That's the end of the
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Dances by him. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the throwing football.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. To throw is Walker. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. pulled in at the 24. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice the game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. Now Smith. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
And Smith, this throw finds Smith and Jigba. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Now Geno on 1st down. Going right back to Smith and Jigba. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Geno down to throw. This is the tight end Fant. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. And the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Throwing again is Smith. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Smith. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jackson Smith-Njigba, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch out their lead. Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith-Njigba touchdown catch. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Here's Walker. Got an open man. It's Schwartz. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Got a man. It's Schwartz, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward. And how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, and that's kind of how it's gone for them so far. That was a ball they need to get back in this game. A quick strike, a big play. But he led his guy too far, and it winds up over his head.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. On is the punter Hawk as he gets this one away. Now it's Lockett. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 10-0 lead, you figure they won't try to do anything foolish here. On 1st and 10, Smith. His throw incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Back to the air. Smith on 2nd down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Walker now on 2nd down. Walker hitting, the ball is out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Following the fumble recovery, Smith. Smith and Jigbo hauling it in on the out route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Geno. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Smith. His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown. Will Disley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes our score 17-0. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll get started out in Denver, and that one 13-0 as they've gone to halftime. Romeo Doubs, a touchdown catch in that first half. Let's stay in the AFC West and check out what's going on with the Chiefs at home in Arrowhead. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. The Chiefs trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And it was the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars that go home with the victory. Trevor Lawrence leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A very one-sided first half, 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Third quarter begins with a run by Walker. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing is Smith. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
No receivers open, so who's forced to put that one into Puget Sound? That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately, a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Smith. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. One of the linebackers is... Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Here's Elliott Fry for the PAT. And it's 17-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And out now come the Seahawks. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Smith now to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Smith. And he will find his man on the outside. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Smith. This complete to Lockett. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try for the first with Walker. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You trail them by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard at doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
On 1st and 10, Walker. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. Draymond Jones showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Walker now. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Walker. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to kick it away. Returnable for Lockett. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 59 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I can say this from experience, especially from a defensive back's perspective. There's not many things more terrifying than a toss sweep or a pitch play and all that beef out in front of the runner.
Yeah, I had an old coach say 3 words on those plays, toss or pitch. Set the edge. Heard him over and over.
A lot of times they roll the edge, and when they do that, that's why you can go for a long way.
They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. that is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And Walker now to throw on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. From the 31, here's second down at 7. And working out of the gun here, Walker. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 43-yard line.
Off the play fake, Walker. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42. 16 yards, a first down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
A first down throw for Walker. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. To throw is Walker. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. From the shotgun, it's Walker. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. Now Walker. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. That's caught at the 25. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning. Now a second down throw for Walker. Going to throw right side here, complete. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's first and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And they go play action. Here's Walker. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, just add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And Charlie, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Got a man. It's Schwartz, complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Here's Walker. That's complete to the former Aggie, Jay Sternberger. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. First down, Walker. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Walker. Under pressure, they got him again. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Seahawks are going to take over the football. For the winning side, Charles, all that was missing was a shutout. Just giving up the 7 points, that's it. But really, an incredible game from this defense. A very well-earned victory as a result.
Definitely one of the best single games for defense that you and I have seen in a long time, Brandon, because all we saw was that defense making big play after big play. They got after the quarterback. They had takeaways. You name it. They outclassed them every step of the way and checked every box on the stat sheet in getting it done.
So for the Seahawks, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.